Isaiah 28, 1 through 3 says, "Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which is a tempest of hell, and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. The crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden under feet." You may be seated. With the help and grace of God and the strength of the Lord, I need His strength right now. I want to try to leave this thought with you. The storm. The storm. You ever been in a storm? You have. All right. It's kind of a situation that you have very little control of. Very little control, except finding a place of shelter, a place of protection. How about the storms of life? Have you ever been there? Well, those are not the storms that I'm talking about this morning. For our text says that the Lord is a tempest of hell, a flood, and He is a destroying storm or whirlwind. I believe it was Christmas morning when I got up, before anybody came. I mentioned to my wife this short phrase: "Honey, I hope we're strong enough to endure." Have you ever said that to yourself? If you haven't, you've never really been in a storm. When the real storm comes and you're taking shelter, you're hoping that you can endure it until the sun shines again. And I want to give you another way to look at the storm. A way that you probably have never thought. I didn't until Christmas morning. You see, I can't speak for you, but I can speak real good for me. The devil whispers in my ear many times. This is what he says so often to me. I can hear it like I hear my own voice coming out of the speakers. You are not strong enough to withstand the storm. Have you ever heard that? It may not be the same way that he says it to me, but have you ever heard that you're not good enough? You're not committed enough. You don't pray enough. What about this and what about that? What about a year ago? Have you ever heard that so loud and clear? That you're just not strong enough. You don't have what it takes to make it to the end and go to glory. It's like a broken record, isn't it? It never goes on. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. Now listen to Psalms 83:15 as Evangelist reads for me this morning.
"So persecute them with thy tempest."
Tempest here means hurricane. Persecute them with your hurricane. Scatter them. It's taken from a word that means scatter. When the wind begins to blow, it picks up all the loose debris and some things that are planted, and it begins to move them out of their location, doesn't it? Have you ever followed the trail of a hurricane or a tornado and see the roof gone, the trees uprooted, and the things thrown here and there, debris and trash everywhere? And the Lord is saying here in Psalms 83 that I will persecute them with my hurricane. I will blow them away.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Storm here means hurricane. It's taken from a word that means to terminate, to snatch away. I'm telling you, I thank God I've never been in a tornado. been in some hurricanes, but never a tornado. And this wind can become so powerful. They call it in categories. And if the Lord is a hurricane, I wonder what category he would be in. Surely he's more than a category 5. I don't believe there's a category that you can put God in. When he begins to come in a whirlwind, when he begins to come in a tempest, when he begins to come in a storm, many times we don't realize that the Lord our God is a storm.
Amen.
He hovered on the earth and reconditioned it and recreated it, brought forth light. Listen. As we read Nahum chapter 1 verses 2 through 8. Lots of reading today. Stay with me, please. Continue to read the book with me.
God is jealous.
He is jealous.
And the Lord revenges.
Who is he jealous for? Us. He's not jealous for his creation. He's not jealous for the angels. He is jealous for us. We are the apple of his eye. I want this to sink in today. This is a very serious message. God is terrible. Not in the sense of bad, but in the sense of powerful.
Amen.
Don't you understand? The angels bow before him. And they tremble. The mountains quake when he speaks. He can bring forth fire with just the utterance of a breath.
Amen.
He can open the earth. A snap of a finger. He can cause the lame to walk with just a touch. He can open blinded eyes with just a whisper of a word. Sometimes we forget the power and the awesomeness of our God and who he is and who he is jealous of. And the Lord revengeth.
The Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries.
Glory.
And he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Come on.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power.
He is slow to anger, but he will get there. He will get there. He didn't say he would not ever be angry. He is slow to angry.
Amen.
But he is powerful.
Great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind.
What?
The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind.
When his storm comes, we are snatched away. And all those things that we face are blown away from our path. The storm. I want you to hear me today. This is something you probably never thought about, that God being a storm, a hurricane, a tornado, a flood.
The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry.
And drieth up all the rivers.
Bashan languisheth.
And Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languisheth.
The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt.
And the earth is burned at his presence.
Yea, the world and all that dwell therein.
Who can stand before his indignation?
Who can stand before that?
And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger?
Who can even think about remaining there?
His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
Come on.
The Lord is good.
Yes, he is.
Stronghold in the day of trouble.
Hallelujah.
And he knoweth them that trust in him.
And he knoweth those that trust him.
But with an overrunning flood,
With an overrunning flood.
he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies.
You looking so solemn. And I've just got to the first or second chapter. We got several more to go yet. And when I get to the end, you're going to understand why I'm preaching this way. We underestimate the power of God. We don't really fathom and understand that he is greater than anything that we could ever imagine. No matter what comes our way, He is more powerful than that. It doesn't matter the lies of the devil, so he whispers in our ear, I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough to endure the storm. Sometimes you believe him. Too many times you believe him. And the consequences are evident. But now we're going to turn to chapter 3, and we're going to see something as I begin to change this, as I begin to bring it in a way that hopefully some of you will begin to live. Let's begin to read the next scripture, Brother Charles.
So shall they fear the name of the Lord.
Fear the name of the Lord. Do you have reverence? Do you really have reverence? Do you have awe? Do you have respect? Are you really in fear of God?
And His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a...
When the enemy begins to whisper to us, when the enemy begins to come on like a louding voice that we cannot drown out no matter what we do, it's louder than even the preacher can preach and the PA can go. It just booms, booms, booms. You're failing. Boom, boom, boom. You're not going to get up. Boom, boom, boom. You're not going to change. Boom, boom. There's no sense in trying. Boom.
The Spirit of the Lord.
The Spirit of the Lord. The hurricane, the tempest, the whirlwind, how the tornado. The Son of God shall raise up
Standard
a standard
against him.
Now let me give you what standard means in the Hebrew. It means here that standard will cause the enemy voice of lies to vanish, to flee, and to put it to flight. Now listen to Leviticus 26 and then to Deuteronomy 32 and put what I just said to these verses.
And ye shall chase your uncle.
Come on.
And ye shall chase your enemy.
Who?
I will.
I will. Not God, I will.
Yes.
Because he's jealous of me. He is the storm in me. Hallelujah. I will chase my enemies. And my enemy is the devil. My enemy is sin. My enemy is not flesh and blood. My enemy is doubt. My enemy is fear. My enemy is guilt. My enemy is emotion that drive me away from God and say, do God. I will do what? I will chase it. I will be after it. I won't let it bind me. I won't let it chase me. But I'll look it in the face and say, I'm going to chase you out of my life.
And they shall fall before you by the sword.
By the word of God. The word of God. In the soul and the spirit. I will chase them out with my words. I will chase them by the word of God. And they will fall.
Yes.
Some of you ain't really got this yet. You ain't really got this yet. You've been convinced by a lie. That's what happens in the church. You've been convinced by a lie. No matter what you hear the preacher say, you just won't let it in because that devil has got your ear. Isn't it time to chase that devil away so you can give your ear back to God and hear what he's saying right here? Leviticus, what does it say?
And 5 of you
5 of us.
shall chase 100.
Come on.
And 100 of you shall put 10,000.
How many? 10,000. Oh, we are the most powerful force on the planet because our God, oh, he is the storm. Oh, I'm hoping somebody will get a hold of this and kill the devil. Get out of my face. Get out of my heart. Get out of my ears. Oh, I'm not listening no more. I'm going to take the word of God, my sword. And I'm going to get on the offensive. I said I'm going to get on the offensive. I don't have to live this way. I don't have to feel this way. I don't have to keep sinning. I don't have to keep doubting. I don't have to continue to keep losing.
And your enemies shall fall before you.
What?
And your enemies shall fall before you.
are so wicked.
For I will have respect unto you.
I will be jealous over you, and I will remember you, and I will think of you, and I will watch you.
And make you fruitful. And multiply you. And establish my covenant.
What? He will establish his covenant with me. Oh, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I'm not to the end. I'm still just in chapter 4, but I'm moving on. This doesn't have all chapters today, but I'm moving on, and some of you better get with it, or you're going to get left behind. Oh, hallelujah. Malachi 16:18. Come on. Before we go there, let's go back to Deuteronomy and read 31. Read 30 and 31. I want to read this. Go ahead.
How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and the Lord had shut them up?
Sure. Wow.
You got to understand. Look up there. Look up there. Go back to that scripture. Look up there. I want you to see. I want you to look at something. Let's go back to 30 when you can, Charles. What do you see there? Rock. Capital. Has sold them. Do you understand? That's talking about the Lord. He is the rock of everything. He is the foundation of everything. Even the devil would not exist without God. You better hear me. The devil would not exist without God. And so the rock has sold them to me. He paid for them and he gave the enemy to me. He's under my feet. I have dominion over him. And the Lord has shut them up. 31.
Thank you, Jesus. For their rock is
Little rock now. For what they were holding on to, like some of you, what they were trusting in, like some of you, is not really as powerful as the rock. You're trusting in a rock, okay? Because it gets you through the night, it gets you through the week, it gets you through over the hump, it gets you from this time to that time, from this payday to that payday. But it's not the rock. It's not something you need when the battle's in your mind, and the battle's in your heart, and the battle's in your emotion. You see, your rock will work, but the rock will work. Now let's go to Matthew 16 and 18. I'm bringing this all together so you can understand something. This is a revelational moment. You better get a hold of it.
And I said also unto thee that thou art Peter.
Thou art Peter. Thou art a child of God. Good, I could call each one of your names out.
And upon this rock,
And upon this fact,
I will build my church.
I will establish, I will gather my church.
And the gates of hell.
And the entrance of hell, the portals of hell shall not. Oh, they'll try to whisper. They'll try to lie. They'll try to shut you down. They'll try to get you to doubt. They'll try to get you to quit worshiping. They'll try to get you to quit coming. But hey, it shall not
prevail against it.
That word prevail means overpower. The devil cannot. There is no way, shape, form. There is no way he can overpower me because God bought him. God bought him and gave him to me. He gave me power over him. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. We just read it, but we don't live it.
Yes. Thank you.
Go ahead. Next verse. James.
But he giveth more grace.
He giveth more grace.
Wherefore, he said, God resisteth the proud,
He resisteth the proud.
but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves, therefore.
You know what that word submit means? Let me break it down where you can understand it. In the Greek, it means simply this: obey God.
Amen.
You cannot resist the devil until you obey God. Quit trying. Stop. Stop. Quit trying to resist the devil until you obey God. And you know what you need to do. Yes, you do. You know what I don't need to tell you. God's already told you. likes that voice.
And He will.
Why do you just listen to it and never talk back? Children are good at talking back. Some of you are good at talking back to me. And most of us are good at talking back to God. But when it comes to the devil, we don't talk back. You know I'm telling you the truth, whether you want to say amen or not. You don't talk back to him. In fact, you agree with him. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, no, I got reasons. Yeah, yeah, and this is going, yeah. Oh, I could spell it out today, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm singling you out when God's already singled you out. He called you out. Don't you understand that? He called you out, placed you in the church. The church needs called out one. It needs separated ones. Don't you understand we're on enemy's territory? We have invaded the devil's kingdom. And I'm telling you, my God of heaven.
Draw nigh to God.
Draw nigh to God.
And He
Obey God. Draw nigh to God.
And He will draw nigh to you.
And He will draw nigh.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
Get right. Get right. Quit delaying coming to the altar.
Purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Wow.
Go ahead. Is that all? Now, I'm going to bring this home. This is the final chapter. Daughter, come on. This is the final chapter. This is the final chapter. And if some of you that get this, it'll change your life. If you're willing not to get this, you'll keep on going down and down, being more miserable and more unhappy. All right? We all admit now by Scripture God is a storm. Is He a storm? Is He a tempest? Is He a hurricane? Is He a flood? And He scatters things with that. What is that standard that God will raise up? You ever thought about it? What is that standard? My daughter gave me this Christmas morning. I held back tears because she didn't know just that morning. I told my wife, I said, honey, I hope we're strong enough to endure it. And then I opened this present, and the first line of it I've already read to you. Today, the devil whispered in my ear, I'm not strong enough to withstand the storm. Guess what I'm telling him today? Guess what I'm telling him today? I am the storm, devil. Oh, hallelujah. The devil whispered in my ear, you're not strong enough to withstand the storm. Today I whispered to him, listen, devil, I am the storm. Come on, we are forced to be reckoned with. I am a hurricane. I am a tornado. I am a flood. I am the standard. He built his church upon the rock. Don't you understand that when the enemy comes in, I've got the power. I am the standard. I am the storm. When the storm is raging, nothing gets in its way. Protection many times doesn't work. One of your windows doesn't work. I am the storm. So devil, when I come, I'm coming in the Lord, for He lives in me. I am the standard, and I'm going to blow, and I'm going to get your junk out of my life, and I'm going to realize who I am in Christ, and I'm going to start denying you, rebuking you, and resisting you. Why are you waiting? Aren't you tired of being beat up? Aren't you tired of the wind blowing and howling? Aren't you tired of trying to secure everything only to see the wind blowing away? Why don't you begin to rise up and be the storm? changed my life. This has changed my life. God is such an amazing God. I say this only to give him credit. I worked hard yesterday at that temple as well as some others that are working. But today I didn't know if I could preach or not, but my God stirred up the storm. Don't you understand what the Bible says in 2 Timothy? Stir up the gift of the Holy Ghost in you. For God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Start using the power. You need to get up in the morning and say, listen, world, the storm is coming. You need to tell the devil, devil, God left me here, so look out. I'm coming. I'm the storm. I'm going to rock your world. I'm going to shut your mouth. And we're going to see revival. And we're going to see growth. Oh, another perspective now of the storm, isn't it? So when you're in it, become greater than it. Don't ride it out. Blow it away. Don't ride it out. Force it away. Don't accept it. Change it. See you.